Hello, this is Michelle Sizemore with Creative Memories, and tonight I'm going to show you how to make these cute borders using the Fairgrounds border punch from Creative Memories, our 12-inch trimmer. And on this one I used the Scallop Blade, which is this purple blade. And on this one I used the Decal Blade, which is yellow. And then I use the straight blade on lots of them. And then I always have to use scissors to trim little things off. And I love our Creative Memories scissors. Sometimes I use this multi-purpose tool to punch out little things. Like if the insides don't all punch out, I can kind of poke it with that. And then I always use the Repositionable tape runner. And sometimes I need the ruler. Okay? Those are the tools, and the products that I use that are like the consumable products, like the paper and stuff. I used these papers. I used a red cardstock. Actually, I think it's called cranberry, and a royal blue. I used this cardstock, paper for the background of this. This paper for the background of this, and these little strips. And then there's a blue paper that's like this. It's got a nice design on it that I used here. And then there was a blue dot paper that I used here. Alrighty, so I'm going to actually demonstrate this one right here for you guys. And also, I used some stickers. I love these stickers right here. They're so fun, and it's on this sticker strip from the Sparks of Magic collection. And just so you can see some of the other stickers, they're so cute. Lots of cute stickers, but this is the only strip I used here. Okay, let's set all this aside, and we're going to start with cutting the yellow strip of paper right here. I'm going to grab the paper, and this is the size, so I'm just going to draw a pencil because I'd already pre-cut this where I want to cut it. And I'm going to line it up with the dotted line right here. This trimmer is going to cut on this left-hand side dotted line. I want to make sure that I have my straight blade in here. And I do. It's the blue one. It just pops in that easy, and you close it. And then I'm going to cut. Now let's just see how big this is, just so you'll know. It's 2 inches wide. So y'all know how to cut. It's 2 inches wide. All right. And then I'm going to cut. Well, I'm not going to actually cut this because I just showed you how to use the trimmer, but I've already pre-cut this little blue dot strip right here. And I think it's about 1 inch or maybe less. It's about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, those are the pieces I'm going to go ahead and cut. And now I'm going to cut out the Fairgrounds border in black cardstock. So I want to line it up with this line right here to start, and you just put the end of the piece of paper lined up with that black line, and you hold it in place with your thumb and you punch. And then you come down and you match up the pattern and you punch, and you just keep going until you're done. Punch, line up your pattern, and punch. Line up your pattern and punch. And when I say line up your pattern, I mean the blue right here is the pattern and the silver's the background. So when I cut one punch and I move it, I want to completely match up this pattern so that the black goes on top of where the blue is and you don't see any blue, and then punch until I'm done. And that way you keep it all centered the way it's supposed to go. I'm going to move these scraps out of the way. Now the next thing I'm going to do is cut the side off of the border, or I should say the bottom, about right there. I'm just going to eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now I have my border. And I'd already cut my yellow piece of paper. So now I'm going to take my tape runner, and this is the Repositionable tape runner. I'll be right back. I'm going to cut this, or use this on top of this cardboard. And I'm just going to turn the border over and put little dabs all along. And then I'm going to be real gentle with all these little pieces that are sticking up and try to kind of get most of them. These little flags you really want to be gentle with because they bend real easy. But the great thing about using this repositionable tape runner is it comes out in clear dots. So when you're working with little intricate things like this, the dots stick to where they're supposed to, and the rest sticks off on what's underneath it. That's why I like working on these pieces of cardboard. And I get these out of our cardstock. When you buy a pack of cardstock from Creative Memories, it has a piece of cardboard in there, and I just save those. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way. And then I want to put my border here, and I just want a little bit of the yellow to peek out the top. Need to get it going straight here. And it's okay that there's, sorry. The thing I love about this repositionable tape runner is if you get it going in the wrong direction, you can just put it up and start over, pick it up and start over. And then I'm just going to rub this down gently and rub off those little extra pieces of clear dots. You probably can't even see them, but I can, but they just rub right off. Okay, so now I have my border on top of the yellow. And then all I need to do is put my blue strip here, and I'm going to put it about like right there. So I'm going to put my tape runner on the back of that. Little dabs, you don't need a whole lot. And I want just a little, I want it to be about right here. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to mount that on top of red cardstock cut with the Scallop Blade. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to flip this over and get the Scallop Blade. You have all these different blades that you can buy to go with this. I love this trimmer. Switch out the blade, and this is how easy it is. You just plop it in and close the lid. I'm going to get my red cardstock. Now, one important thing to know, when you're using the Scallop Blade, this is the only blade that matters which direction you put it in. For this look, I want to put the logo facing left. So it's facing my left. Okay? And your blade's going to come down right here on that little dotted line right here on the left-hand side. It always comes out down on that one. And I'm going to cut, go down and back up, and I get my scalloped edge, as you can tell. Okay? Now I've already cut these. I've already cut another one and cut them skinny just to save time. And then all I need to do is put a little tape runner on the long edge of the back of my border and mount it so that a little bit of the red peeks out from underneath. Do the same thing with this side. Do it exact same thing so that a little bit of the red peeks out underneath. And then all I need to do is pick up my sticker and add that. Now I'm not going to do that and waste another sticker. I'm just going to show you the one that I've already done. And it's this one. So that's the finished product. If you'll notice on this one on the top, I didn't use the scallop, I used straight. You can do that and do scallop on the bottom. or you can do scallop on both. It's completely up to you, whatever you like. And then on these, let's see, on this one, the blade that I used was Decal, and I'll show you that one. It's the yellow one. And I'll cut a piece of cardstock with that so you can see what it looks like. Oops, I forgot to put it in. Duh. Let's put it in there. Okay, so line it up at the top. Now you can see that's the scalloped edge. That's the decal edge. So decal here and scallop here, and then I just use straight on these. And let me show you one more trick. Like on this one, all I did was I cut out a black one out of black cardstock first and mounted it down. And then I cut out a red one out of red cardstock and mounted it on top of the black one, but I just moved it over just a tad so that a little bit of the black showed through to give it a little bit of a shadow look or a little bit of a 3D look. So that's kind of another thing that you can do with this. All right, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that.